Okay.
Welcome to the Ride Along channel and another beautifully sunny day here in Alpe d'Huez, where I thought I'd take you on a little adventure this afternoon down one of my favourite pistes, Col de Crie. Yahoo! Little jump to get started there. Now this is a notorious mogul field, let's say. It's never groomed. Always pretty big, pretty uneven bumps, as most mogul fields tend to be unless they're actually shaped into mogul fields. It's also, as far as I'm aware, it's the steepest black run in the whole area. As we're going along this little flat just to get warmed up, we, about 4 weeks ago, had the last big dump of snow, so about half a metre or so over a couple of days. Since then, or within the last 4 or 5 days, I suppose, we've had a few sprinklings, a few little bits of snow on and off. The temperature's remained cold, and that's what's been keeping the snow really, really good. Even right now, like it doesn't feel super cold, but it's still only just above freezing point, about one degree, I think was the forecast today. Right, then round the corner, and just about here, is where everyone stops, has a little look around and thinks about what they're about to do. Just like Mr. Happy there. And then, into the bumps we begin. Yeah, they're not the smoothest, cleanest bumps, but I will, if you want to, do a full sort of tips and tricks and techniques on how to ski them. I think the key thing to think about when you're skiing bumps is it doesn't have to be a regular left and right turn, especially in this sort of bump when they're not actually clean. You've really got to be able to pick your route through the bumps. It's almost like a mixture of a bracage skill, which is like that bit of there, side slip into the bump, but then also you need to be able to turn your edges on right at the moment you actually want to go like this, woohoo, across the hill just a little bit more. What you're definitely not doing in these style of bumps, as I lose my breath, what you're definitely not doing in the style of bumps is skiing like you're going to see in the Olympics just now. That super vicious, almost aggressive thumping of your knees. You can ski it a lot more relaxed. In fact, considering how steep that was, up the other side, you can have a look. Put my head far enough back. Considering how steep that was, I should be more out of breath if I was skiing it like you'd see the Olympic mogul skiers. Look at the screen now. Bang, 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 bang. Super aggressive. Really hard work on your knees. This bracage style drift and then absorb the bump a bit, much, much easier. I mentioned just then a bit of bracage and a bit of carving. Now, I love teaching mogul skiing, I love teaching off-piste skiing out here in Alpe d'Huez. You can probably tell by my uniform, I'm an instructor for the ESF ski school, skiing and snowboarding. And before I take people down a mogul field like what we just did, I'll really tune into how we can use our edges. Can we turn them on? Can we turn them off? That word bracage is basically side slipping, but it's not just beginner style side slipping or stepping down the hill. Bracage is being able to drift down the fall line, rotating your feet underneath you, but not engaging the edges and actually going zigzagging across the piste at all. This next little pitch is probably a little bit icier, and I'll show you what I mean. So you can see from my shadow there, I'm drifting exactly where I want to go into the bumps. I think my shadow shows that quite clearly. Drifting into the bump, or Actually, this is quite a nice little spine. But I'm very much rotating the skis, choosing where I want to go, rather than just zigzagging and smashing into bumps completely out of control. Bit of a drift, now a bit of edge, because I want to go that way. A little bit of edge, so I can choose exactly where I hit the bumps. It's quite a subtle blend between side-slipping bracage and engaging those edges, putting them back on again, and not quite carving, but definitely getting some forward motion out of the ski. And there you have, just a very short little intro into ski and bumps here and outdoors. If you do want to join me, my contact details are in the description of this video just now. There's also a few other videos you'll find around the channel of me skiing some of my favourite routes around the place, but hopefully at some point come and join me for some skiing out here in outdoors. Hit subscribe and I'll see you next time.